Yeah, this is the Exorcist review. Spoilers ahead, bitch. So yeah, I don't know what that was. Maybe I'm possessed. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I'm a little silly right now, you guys. It's about 3 in the morning, and I should be getting to bed. But you know what? I really wanted to put up a video today. It's been a couple days since my last upload. Actually, since my last 2 uploads. So I decided to review another movie. This time we're going to do a retro review, I guess you could call it. Even I'm not going to call it that. It's just movie review. It's just a movie review of The Exorcist. The scariest movie of all time. No, I'm not lying. It really is the scariest movie of all time. I'm not bluffing. It's right there, and if it's there, it must be true. Okay, well maybe it's more of a matter of an opinion, and obviously William Peter Blatty and William Friedkin obviously believe that, but I have to. Why is this fucking damaged? I have like scratches on that. It pisses me off. I've been trying to preserve that. The same thing cost me 35 bucks. Okay, let's get back. So anyway, it's been labeled as the scariest movie of all time. And I think it truly is. I mean, when I was okay, this is going to be bad because you're going to think my parents were bad. But I'll tell you anyway. When I was probably, I would think I was like 10 or 11 when I saw The Exorcist. Yeah. That's pretty crazy, right? I don't know. Maybe it's a little weird. But I actually saw The Exorcist when I was about 10 or 11. I don't think I was 12. No, my sister was 12. Oh, and I'm 2 years younger than her, so yeah, there you go. I was 10 years old, bitch. Can you play that? Didn't think so. Can you match it? Yeah, you probably can. There's probably somebody younger than me that's seen it in this world, guaranteed. But I was 10 years old when I saw the movie. Definitely too young to see the movie, but I saw it anyway because my parents were, I guess you could say, not very traditional. They were lenient, and I really wanted to see The Exorcist because I had heard, like, all the hype. So with The Exorcist, I remember going in to the film at 10 years old, scared as fuck. And the movie starts out really slow. You know, it has the beginning scenes with Father Merrin in Iraq, and it's just really, really slow. The movie drags for like, I don't know, I haven't watched it in a while, but I think it drags for like maybe 30 minutes? I could be a little off, might be a little shorter or longer. I think it's longer. I think it's like 30 to 40 minutes it drags, and that's a long time, but the movie is over 2 hours. So anyway, the movie drags, and I was just, as a kid, I was like, okay, when's it going to get scary? Well, little did I know, it got really scary, and I actually didn't last long. But anyway, this isn't about my personal experience. Let's move on to the movie. So The Exorcist, so fucking scary, so memorable of a film that I remember every detail about when I first saw it. I mean, I remember what scene scared the fuck out of me, and it's when she's in the hospital. I mean, I'm sorry, not in the hospital, but it's when she's in bed, and she first has, like, her demon, when the demon officially enters her body, and her fucking neck swells up. I mean, this shit scared the shit out of me. I had to turn it off, I know. You know, but, like, come on, I was 10 years old, man. Give me some slack. I'm not a pussy. Okay. Anyway, it was so fucking scary. I can still remember how fucking scared I was when that movie first came into my life. It's one of those movies to where you just sit back and you're like, what the fuck am I watching and why? So back to the movie as I was trailing off. The Exorcist, a movie filmed, made, blah, 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 blah. Released in 1973, definitely a long time ago. You gotta think, just a few years after the 1960s ended, that's pretty amazing considering the age of the movie and how much of an effect it has to this day in 2013, which is right now. The Exorcist is a movie that will scare the fuck out of you and all your friends and everybody you know, and if you're not scared of it, you're not fucking human. That's right. That's right. So The Exorcist circles around a young girl named Reagan, who becomes possessed by a demon named Pazuzu. Now, Pazuzu is an awesome character because Pazuzu is just pure evil. I mean, this is like the most fucking evil shit you will ever see. I mean, it is something so fucked up that I mean, it really makes you question yourself. Like, you know, oh my God, you know, I don't want to go to hell, you know. I mean, it really scares the shit out of you. Whether you believe in hell or not, that's some scary shit. And Pazuzu, I think, is the scariest. I guess you can consider him a villain of all time. I don't think villains like Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Chucky, Ghostface, Leatherface, I don't think any of these guys can hold a fucking candle to Pazuzu, and that is fucking truth. I don't really think that's an opinion. I think that's more truth. It is an opinion, but I want it to be true. God damn it. So anyway, Reagan gets possessed by Pazuzu, one of the most badass motherfuckers that ever fucking existed. Spiritually, I guess, and he takes over an innocent 12-year-old girl who loves her mother and becomes pretty much her mother's enemy. You know, the demon pretty much makes Reagan act out against the mother the most, to really fuck the mother up psychologically, and it works. I mean, this movie scares the shit out of you, as I've said about a million times already. But to see a 12-year-old masturbating with a crucifix, that is the most evil shit I've ever seen on film. To see her turning her head around and mimicking Burke Dennings, who she murdered, well, who the demon murdered. To see her float on the bed, her ugly face, her ugly voice. I mean, it's 2:55 a.m. Here, I'm not putting that fucking Blu-ray in. You can't make me. I mean, no shit. I cannot watch it really alone. I mean, the movie doesn't really scare me per se. What it is just, it's more of a creepy factor for me. You know, I've seen the movie probably over 50 times. I'm no exaggeration. I'm just such a huge fan because I just think that the movie itself was just such a achievement for the people involved, because, like I said, to this day, there's no movie that can even hold a candle to it. There's no villain, there's no monster that can hold a candle to the monster or demon in this movie. The Exorcist is truly the pinnacle of scary, and it's a movie that will leave you pretty much breathless. And I know a lot of people hype this movie up, but it's worth hyping up. I mean, it really is the scariest movie of all time. It has great story, great tremendous acting, probably around the best acting ever, especially considering that, Linda Blair was only 12 years old when she did the film. I mean, she wasn't even old enough to go see it in theaters when it came out. When you consider, and it was her first film she ever did. So when you consider her first film was The Exorcist, that's pretty impressive. I'm really surprised. I keep wanting to call her Reagan. I'm pretty surprised that Linda Blair did not actually blow up as an actress, because her acting as a 12-year-old was beyond amazing. So what is my final thought of The Exorcist? How can you not see this movie? Even if you have nightmares, even if you just cannot take scary imagery, you have to pull through and watch this movie. This is just one of those movies that should be on everybody's bucket list that hasn't seen it, of movies to see before you die, because The Exorcist is truly the ultimate horror film. And if you're a horror fanatic and you haven't seen this movie, you're not a true horror fan. It's as simple as that. I've never met a soul alive that didn't like it. And, I mean, I've met people that can't watch it, refuse to watch it after seeing it once, and I've met people that have only watched some of it and refused to watch the rest because it scared the shit out of them and it was just too fucking evil. But they attempted, and that's what counts. The Exorcist is the ultimate horror film for horror fans. I recommend it with all my ability, and, yeah, The Exorcist is truly a must-see for everybody in the world. If you haven't seen it, get the fuck on the internet and find it. You can probably find it here on YouTube for free. The Exorcist is amazing. Easily gets a 5 out of 5. This is a perfect movie. Even though it does drag, I'm not gonna, penalize the movie for that, because it was an old movie, and considering 1973, there was a lot of shitty movies out back then. There really wasn't that many good movies, and a lot of movies back then were really draggy, so this kind of went with that. But this movie has done something that nobody else has been able to do, and that's be labeled the scariest movie of all time and actually be able to back it up. The Exorcist is a must-watch, a must-own on Blu-ray, a must-see in theaters if it ever returns, which I'm sure it will someday. And The Exorcist, you must see it to believe it, and that's true. 5 out of 5 here at the Keith Carnes. Hope you guys enjoyed this retro review. May you sleep tight after watching this. Oh shit, William Friedkin, what's up? What's up, fellow? William Friedkin, you coming to say hi? This is the Keith Carnes. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of The Exorcist. This is my Blu-ray book edition. Paid $35 for that shit. And I guess that's about it. So you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and thank you for all the views on my videos. Iron Man fucking 3 got reviews like that, man. It got like 100 views within a day. That's pretty amazing for that. So that was pretty sweet. Anyway, I don't want to babble on too long. This is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and this is the Keith Carnes. Yeah, I guess that's it. So peace.